Hi and welcome to today's video. My name is Gergana Radovich and I'm holistic health coach, sleep expert and master T-Tap trainer and EFT trainer as well. In today's video, I'm going to show you what to do when you've tried everything else out there and nothing seemed to work or nothing works anymore. So this video is inspired by my practice as a holistic practitioner, as a trainer, EFT trainer, T-Tap trainer, and I'm going to share with you what my clients experienced and how their life improved when they did what I advised them, what I've advised them to do. And everyone, me included, but everyone comes to a point in their life when they don't know what to do. They tried everything, and it doesn't matter if if we're talking about improving sleep, improving health condition, improving physical appearance, improving mental health to some extent, emotional balance, or something else. It doesn't really matter because we all have these inner blocks that in different areas of our lives, and when we hit those inner blocks, we seem to stop. And if we come to that moment, and it happens now or later, if we come to that moment, we are unsure what to do. We are stuck and we tend to lose momentum. We tend to forget all the good things that we've achieved so far and start walking toward the more negative aspects of life. And that's why I know it's really important, if you find yourself in such position, to really stop, pause for some time, and do a mental check. Do inner mind check. What's happening? Why am I in this position? What are my options? What I should do next? And if you find yourself in a hard situation, the answer to these questions usually is, I can't do anything else. I'm tired, I'm afraid, it's useless, I see no hope, and so on and so on. So it's really good to pause and do this mental check, mind check, before you go forward, because you'll be able to do the right thing at the right time. And sometimes it might be more than one thing, sometimes it might be just one little step, and that's all you need to do. So I would like to hear, if you are watching me live, I would like to hear what are the blocks that you've already found in your life, or what are the hard situations that you can't really deal with at the moment or in the near past. And if until I'm waiting for your replies, I'm going to give you a few examples. For example, the other day I was talking with a client who had problems with keeping her weight off, and she didn't have problems with losing the weight, but again she gets it all back and even more. And that's not an unusual situation. It happens more often than not. But it's interesting why she got the weight back. And as she told me, whenever I reach my goal to lose 2, 5, 10 kilos, then I'm okay, I've done that. I can go back to eating as much as I want or eating what I want. And she said, it's like there is some body inside me, some other person inside me that goes against my will, that goes against my best decisions. And whenever I reach this point of having losing the weight, this another person shows up and says, no, 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 you don't belong here. You have to eat, you need to eat, you must eat. So she's bouncing back and forth with her, struggling with her weight. And she told me, I don't know what to do. I've tried every single possible sensible diet that I've heard about, and they all work for a while, and then I'm not sure what to do next because I get the weight back every single time. And we were talking a bit about this situation, and I asked her, have you tried something else? Obviously, prior to becoming my client, but have you tried something else? And she said, yes, I've tried, besides dieting, I've tried exercising, being active, I tried meditation, I tried acupuncture, I tried different things. And every time I get to a point where something works, or I lose a few kilos, or I feel better, I go back straight to the situation of needing to eat more and more and not be able to control my eating or my diet. And this is a clear, well, maybe not for her, but for me as a practitioner, as an observer, side observer, I can tell that it's a clear signal that there is something inside her. I wouldn't call this another person, but still there are some mental blocks, some things that stop her for taking care about herself, for being a happy person, something that stops her deep within her, that prevents her from getting her dream. And again, when we are talking about physical appearance and goal weight, most of the time, and this is especially true about women, sometimes about men, but women are more prone to this, is that we would like to weigh less, that it might be healthy for us, or it might be reasonable for us, or we'd like to weigh less. That's it, period. Whatever our weight is, it's too much most of the time. And I've seen people, women, go to really difficult situations only to get rid of those few kilos. And let me tell you, I'm sure it's not news for you, but still, let me tell you, what says the scale is not your happiness meter. Well, it is in a way, but it shouldn't your happiness meter. Because when people are unhappy and frustrated and don't have goals or things to live for, they tend to focus, and this is especially true for women, we tend to focus on our appearance and on our weight issues. And that's when we're really hard on ourselves. Why? Because we can't control anything else but the weight. And then what happens? There comes a point where we can't control even the weight. And that's where the really hard times come. And that's the thing which I called, you've tried everything else and it doesn't work anymore. And that's where we need something else. That's where we need to become smarter and more flexible than what we are right now. And please share with me, if you're watching this video live, please share with me in comments how do you find yourself in such a situation right now, and what do you really struggle with at the moment, with weight, with sleep, with relationships, with something else. I gave just one example of women, men, doesn't really matter, but of women struggling with their weight, wishing to lose the weight. But this can go to every single area of our lives. For example, if you're building your career, professional life, and you're ready to do almost everything, I mean, everything that's sensible and ethical. And then there comes a point that you've tried everything that you could think of and nothing works. You've put so much efforts, you've put so much work, and then it's nothing. There are no clients, there are no projects, there's nothing out there. And inevitably, here comes the moment when you ask yourself, does it worth it? What else can I do? Because whatever I did, it doesn't matter anymore. And again, I can give the similar example with relationships, with your relation, or if you are not in a relation, with your efforts for finding a partner. And then you've tried everything that you could think of, ethical, sensible, and then there is nobody there. Or if you have a spouse and you are having problems, you've tried everything to resolve that, and again, nothing works anymore. What do you do in such situations? For me, the only answer, I'm not sure whether it's only or not, but it's not I believe it's the one of the most important answers that you should give to yourself is, I need to start looking inside of me. You need to start directing your gaze toward your inner self, because you've tried everything else that's related with the outer world, with the other people, with the other situations, with the environment, and they don't work anymore. And for me, as an EFT practitioner, as a trainer, I know that when we've put so much effort and things don't go in the direction we'd like them to go, it's really the best time to stop, pause, and look inside. Because if we don't take the time now, our body will decide for us. And I just talked with someone prior to making this video, and she told me, I broke my leg, and I'm pretty sure right now that it's not only because I didn't mind my steps. I didn't mind my step. And that's really a good example. Well, she's looking at this situation in a positive way now, but she, I guess, didn't look at it any positive in the beginning when it happened. So what I'm saying, I've seen this times and times ago, times and times again. But if we don't pause and look inside, our body is going to take control and is going to stop us, depending on what we are doing and where we are going. I remember years ago, well, it was not that far ago, but still a couple of years ago. It was right before Christmas. I was walking my dog and I had some hard time. We had as a family some hard time. And then I was walking my dog. I was literally chewing on the topic with the problems. And I clearly remember the thought about, wow, I should go to visit my dentist. I haven't been there for a while. And then on the Christmas Eve, the next day, I broke my tooth. And first, you need to know I'm afraid of dentists. And I really hate going to dentists. Not that I don't go, but still I hate the experience and I'm really afraid of the pain. So you can imagine how happy I was sitting on the Christmas table and having my tooth broken at that very moment. And I hated the experience. I hated the whole thing, because something that you need to know about Bulgaria is that around Christmas we have a couple of more days off, and it was in a year combined with Saturday, Sunday weekend. I had a good 2 weeks before I would be able to go see my dentist. And I had 2 good weeks of thinking what had caused this incident. And I couldn't clearly understand in that period, but years later, I realized that it was somehow related to the things that I couldn't quite chew at that moment. I told you we had some family situation, nothing bad, but still it was not easy. And I'm giving you a personal example, but that's what I've seen and I see in many of my clients. If we don't stop and look inside, we can't really achieve what we'd like to get. And what to do, how to look inside, and what to do next. First, why are we doing that? First, we're looking inside to see what are the inner blocks, what are the beliefs, what are the things that stop us. And here come a few questions. Again, we can do this little exercise for any area of our lives: relationship, professional, physical health, exercise, emotional balance, money or financial situation, about everything, really. And you can create your own questions, or you can contact me and we can work on your situation. But there are a few things to have in mind. Whenever the area you would like to work on, let's say financial situation, ask yourself, what are my beliefs about this whole situation? What are my beliefs? What do I believe about money, finances, running a business, having enough? And here usually come things like you have to work hard to get any money. You have to work hard to have a career, a good career, or to move ahead in your career. Or it's not safe to have enough money. Or something like this is dirty money. Or it doesn't really matter how much I work, I will never have enough money. And so on and so on and so on. And those are the things that you need to be really mindful about if you'd like to clear the box. And again, let's talk about some other area, for example, personal health. And let's start with what do I believe about physical condition, personal health? Maybe I have this when you go to a doctor and one of the first things that they ask you, well, before COVID, but still, is do you have any diseases, any family diseases? And if you have your grandparents or your parents uh, gone because of any of these diseases, say heart condition or some other horrible thing or cancer, it's almost inevitably for you to not think about those diseases and how they would influence you. So about personal health, you might have these beliefs such as everybody in my family died young, rather young, or my father passed away because of a heart attack. Probably same will happen to me. Or we have bad genes in our family. Something terrible will happen to me. And so on and so on. And those are the things that you hold true. And because we think of those things as absolutely whole truth, our subconscious minds try everything possible to run with that true conditions, that truths. And if you have, say, relationship problem issues, or you'd like to improve your relationship with your spouse or with others, you can ask yourself, what do I believe is true about relationships? Probably I'm sharing here what I've met so far, but still what I found in my clients. But again, I'll never find the perfect spouse or the perfect person for me. And I personally have problems with the perfect one, but still, I'll never have anybody in my life, or I'll never have kids. Not because I don't want, but because I can't. I deep down, I believe I won't be able to have kids. And then there might be something like, it takes too much energy to maintain a relationship. Or you have to be really flexible and in order to have a long-time relationship. And you have to forget your own self, or something good. We women tend to lose ourselves in our relationships because Why? Because we've thought that's how a healthy relationship goes, and it's not true. But finding those beliefs is really critical, because these are, as I said before, these are the truths that your mind, subconscious, conscious, is having and is operating with. And if you find that you're holding the belief, you have the belief, if I it's not safe to be skinny. Well, skinny, it's not maybe probably a good word, but it's a word actually. But it's not safe enough to lose any weight, then it doesn't matter what you do, the weight will come back again and again and even more. Years ago, I've seen women who, I had this client who was abused in her childhood, and she has struggled with weight all her life, and she found, actually, while we were working together, she found that she doesn't feel safe. Whenever she gets a compliment, she puts a kilo on. And this goes again and again and again. So if you're having the belief it's not safe to be thin, to be successful, to be famous, popular, whatever, you're not going to get that. So that's why step one in the process is to really pay attention to what's inside. What are the truths that you are holding in yourself? And the second step is to, once you found these truths, these beliefs, to work on releasing or transforming them into positive beliefs. Let's not forget that every single belief was created in a way to help us survive and live normally. But there comes a time when we don't need those beliefs anymore, and that's the time when we need to release those beliefs. And one of the really simplest, I don't know any at the moment something that's more effective, but one of the simplest ways to do that, to release the beliefs and transform some of them, is tapping or emotional freedom techniques. And we use tapping, literally tapping on the points, on specific points on the body, on the chest, under the collarbone, on the fingers, to release the beliefs, to release the fears, the hidden fears, to release the inner obstacles that we tend to keep. And when we do that, we are going to achieve our goals. Or we might find that the goal that you're striving for has lost its appeal, and it's perfectly fine. So now let's do a short EFT practice, really short, about something that's really common. Say, I can't care. It seems that I can't take care of myself. So let's start with the side of the hand and tap and repeat after me, either out loud or in your mind. Just say, even though nothing seems to work for me in this area, name the area that you are trying to find solution for, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though nothing really works for me anymore in this area, I'm a good person and I choose to love and accept myself anyway. And one more time, even though nothing seems to work for me in this area, I choose to love and accept myself. Top of the head, nothing seems to work. Eyebrow, no, I've done so many things and nothing works anymore. Side of the eye, I don't know what to do. Under the eye, I don't know what are the blocks that are stopping me. Under the nose, but it doesn't really matter. On the chin, because even if I find them, I don't know what to do with them. Underarm, nothing works. On the thumb, I've tried so many different things. On the pointer, I've tried dieting, working more depending on the area. Name the things that you've done so far in this area. And it didn't work. They didn't work. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm not sure how to move on from here. Again, top of the head, I'm tired. Eyebrow, it's useless. Side of the eye, I'm tired. Under the eye, it's terrible situation. Under the nose, and I'm not sure how to move on, how to continue. On the chin, but maybe I shouldn't looking for answer right now. Under the collarbone, maybe if I just accept the situation, the answer will come by itself. Under the arm, I'd like to accept what's happening right now, or more likely, I'm more open to accept what's happening right now. On the thumb, and I believe that I'll find what I need to know. Pointer, I choose to accept. Middle finger, I choose to trust. Ring finger, that's all I can do right now. Little finger, I choose to accept and trust that all will happen the way it should be. And again, stop here. It's a really short practice. I call it a personal peace procedure more sometimes, because this is the practice that gives you pause, gives you a few breathing moments, and gives you the gives you hope that everything will eventually come to its place. And then put your hand on your chest, close your eyes, and deeply inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale, And now think about your situation, your heart situation, either physical, emotional, professional, relationship uh, situation. And now your mind is clearer and you can look better in the situation. But do you see some of your inner blocks right now? Do you see what's stopping you from moving forward? If the answer is yes, great. Write those blocks, those beliefs, and do some EFT on them. If the answer is I have no clue, that's fine as well. Just do some more tapping on accepting how accepting the situation as it is. And of course, if you need some help, if you like to work with someone who's been there, done that, contact me and we'll schedule an appointment where I'll know more, you tell me more about your problems, and together we'll find a suitable solution for you. I'm thank you for being with me today. I'm Gergana Radovich. It was my pleasure. See you next time. Bye bye.